I've never dated before. You know that I made a vow of virginity, not to have sex until I married, not to touch, not to be money-minded, and not to leave the church when I was 12 years. So I've never really dated any girl before. I started doing this work since I was 8 years. So I grew up with such fear of God.
My name is Ebuka Obi, the spiritual director of Zion Prayer Movement Outreach, and also the founder of Seraphic Homes Foundation.
When I was 8 years old, I normally see things that was not even clear to me. I normally see, like, I can wake up now and tell my mom, this person will die tomorrow. And that tomorrow, the person will die. Somebody can be very sick, and everybody can believe that this person will die. I can even tell my mom, she will not die, she will live, and the person will recover. And to the extent that when I was 8 years old, you see a lot of pregnant mother, that time I was so small. They will come to me, my son, what will I give birth? Even when most of them have not gone to scan. And that time, this scan is not even as it is now. So I became scanned to so many pregnant women, not just my time, but people coming from other villages. At that time, I was 8 years. I can look at them and tell, it's a baby boy, it's a baby girl, and it will be unmistakable. So because of that, my father wasn't comfortable with that. Because you see a lot of people trooping into my home. You see a lot of people coming down to my family just to hear what I will say about them. So that time, my father will know, what kind of thing is this? Some people were saying that time, are you sure no, it's not Abu? Are you sure it's not possessed? Are you sure it's not this? But even at that time in primary school, you see my teachers coming to ask me questions. And sometimes I'll ask them, oh, yeah, the park, open your hand. I will speak to them and it will be unmistakable. So the whole thing was spreading that people from other local governments were coming to look for a boy of 8 years to verify some things from me. And whenever I tell you it's like this, it will come out to be like that. So my father was so careful among all my siblings, but I was the only one who was so careful, so confused. They don't know how to follow me because even my fellow students, my teachers, everybody come to me. I see people respecting me even when I was small. So when I was 12 years, that time he came into our parish. When he came was when he started telling my father, stop flogging him. He had the gift of the Holy Ghost. God will use him mightily. Stop seeing him as a devil. Stop, because that time my father will always flog a lot of me. Flog is not small. That if I open my clothes now, you will see some mark. So it was when this priest came to our parish, he told my father, stop beating him. He will be great. He will be a prophet of God. Of course, you see him. He's not possessed. He's not demonic. This is the gift of God. So when the priest came was when my father said, okay, this one, my eyes, I don't want to say anything. If father can be defending him. Because he was one that made it so clear that I should not have sex until I marry. That God will use me mightily. He said, I see you talking to millions of people. But let it not be a church. That time I don't even understand what is ministry. I never planned to have a ministry. I don't even know that will be a time I will be talking to congregation. He told me then, I see when you will be talking to thousands all over the world. Don't leave the church you were born. That is, don't leave Catholic church you were born. Don't have sex until you marry. God will use you, and don't be money-minded. He made these 3 points to me, and I kept them to today. It's not easy, but determination leads to success, and the grace of God. St. Paul says 3 times, I pray for the Lord to take away the thorn from my flesh. Instead of God taking the word, he says, my grace is sufficient. So the consciousness of that these 3 points, these 3 vows is attached to my destiny. That if I break any of them, I may have problem. So it's always ringing in my subconsciousness. It's always ringing in my mind. So no matter how some women are demon possessed. Some of them will come here and tear their clothes. Some of them, I will tell them, oh, look at the camera. everywhere, and somebody is monitoring what is happening, and that is truth. The security people are watching everything going on in the office. What they cannot hear is the conversation with the people. So when I tell them, it's not easy, especially when the man of God is not married, and they know one day he will marry. So people are coming from, ladies are coming, but I can't joke with this grace. I can't joke with it. So that is why I'm still maintaining those vows. That is why today in the church, I have not baptized anybody. I've not baptized anybody. I've not wedded anybody. I don't play a role of any priest. Because the Reverend Father warned me when I was small, you will not have a church except the church you were born with. But that is why on Sundays I struggle to go to Catholic church. For mass. Or I will invite some priests secretly. Some of them that are my friends, I come around. Because sometimes going to church is even trouble. If you go to church, people will leave the Father and follow you in the church. It's just the grace of God that God wants to do this work through this person. We have no signboard. There is no signboard you will see anywhere. The Zion prayer movement. But if you come here, you see thousands of people.